This 1995 film by Claude Lelouch is an updated adaptation of Hugo's tale rather than a straight filmed version of it. He explores the universal themes of the book and the pertinence of Hugo's message to our history, here applying himself principally to the French experience of Nazi occupation during the Second World War. This is the story of Henri Fortin, an excellent Jean-Paul Belmondo, who sees parallels between his own life and the stories of Valjean et al. Across 2 and even 3 generations. In events that will be familiar to readers of Hugo's original tale, Henri's father is condemned unjustly to prison and dies while trying to escape, and his mother is forced into prostitution by a profiteering and conniving innkeeper and his wife, who will go on to take advantage of young Henri himself. It is also a tale of injustice, intolerance, amorality, love and compassion, as told through the experiences of a Jewish family forced to flee Nazi persecution and how they are helped by Fortin, whose evolution into a caring humanitarian forms the core of the film. Told on a grand scale, Lelouch captures the essential humanity and psychological complexity and development of his characters, and has produced a gripping and moving film which is a fitting tribute to the original, offering a fresh tale which gives us a story of an era through the lives of a myriad of characters touching on themes of love, compassion, faith, revolution and tolerance, among many others. He takes these universal themes and creates parallels between his own characters and those of Victor Hugo, while giving us the story of a different era, but one which shares similar problems, thus emphasising the continued relevance and validity of Hugo's original. Resistance to Nazi occupation in World War II replaces the 1832 attempted revolution, and the experiences of the original characters are mirrored in the experiences of the 1995 characters, though not always by their direct equivalents. Here it is the Nazis who impose a dominant and unjust government, and Jewish lawyer Zeman is forced to seek refuge on a farm. The Thénardier-like couple who own the farm shelter and then abuse Zeman as, in the course of time, they are tempted by greed and immoral ambition in their existential isolation. Madame Zeman is due to be forced into prostitution by the Nazis in order to survive, while her daughter Salome is placed in the care of nuns who run a school in Normandy. Some parallels are perhaps more successful and complete than others. Here, the Javert character blindly follows orders and may have some doubts, but he is cruel and selfish, and it is difficult to have any sympathy for him. Javert had principles and convictions which he applied to the service of what he saw as society's best interests, by protecting it from criminal harm, while here the policeman is simply fundamentally opportunistic and subservient to authority. Henri Fortin has a removals business, offering a service which helps people in their lives without existential involvement or interference, but when circumstances demand a choice between inaction and action, he steps up to the humanitarian cause to engage and participate in the lives of others, actively helping Zeman and his family avoid capture and playing a small but essential part in the overthrow of this unjust regime. Overall, Monsieur Lelouch succeeds in bringing his themes to the fore and tapping our emotions better than most of the more recent straight adaptations of Hugo's novel. And we have the fun of trying to spot the parallel. That Hugo's themes and points should be equally applicable to an era 100 years after that of the original is testimony to Hugo's insight and the strength of his narrative. However, it can also be regarded as a sad reflection on 20th century European history. The music by a variety of composers brilliantly captures and enhances the film's themes and emotions, and the performances of all are authentic, warm and involving. But there is little doubt that the film belongs to Jean-Paul Belmondo, in one of his strongest roles, actually 3 of his strongest roles, all within this one film. He mixes dramatic depth, emotion, pathos and humour, all delivered with his trademark panache and dynamism, and this is certainly my favourite of his films. My thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found it of some value.